the early 2000s, Lynden's water right was exceeded, and the Department of Ecology was encouraging us to find more water sources. We are here at the Nooksack River near the Hannigan Bridge. Behind me we have our water intake. The water intake is for our water supply for the city of Lynden. Also near where we are now putting excess water into the river from the Dairgold plant. Milk comes into the Dairgold plant, and one of the products of Dairgold in Lynden is powdered milk. Another byproduct is distilled water.
I'm Mike Jaynes. I deal with environmental compliance here at Darigold. This is a Lynden plant. We're an ingredient plant. We receive about 50 milk trucks a day and make products that are used by food production facilities. The skim milk goes through our milk evaporators, where we're able to separate the distilled water that comes out of the milk, and that's called condensate of whey or cow water. That water is diverted away from the wastewater plant into a separate stream. It's basically clean distilled water.
All the water in the milk is taken out, and that water has been a waste stream for years. We worked with the Department of Ecology, and they agreed to allow us to use that water provided we put it in the river just in front of our intake. So the outfall from the Darigold plant now is upstream from our intake on the Nooksack River here.
By removing that water and separating it out as a distinct flow, we reduce our impacts to wastewater, which reduces the impacts to the Nooksack River. And by adding that water to the river, we're giving the city of Lynden the ability to have a water rights credit through that. Every week we check that we don't have any issues with that water, biological impacts, or pH that would impact the river. So we're always screening that water that gets diverted away from the wastewater plant into the Nooksack River.
Working in conjunction with Darigold and Ecology, we came up with a plan so that we could put that water in public use for the city. There was piping in place to take that to our sewage treatment plant in the past and then into the river. So what we did was we put in piping on Riverview Avenue, and then we connected to an old water line on the Hannigan, and then we put a new outfall in just upstream here from us, and that outfall goes into the middle of the river. On that outfall there are 2 snorkels which the water goes out and into the river, and these are made in a way that meter the water into the river and let it disperse into the river very nicely.
We're always looking for different ways that we can reduce our impacts. Cow water comes off the evaporator. It's actually pretty hot water. So what we do is we preheat a lot of our raw milk as it goes through the process with that hot cow water. The cow water arrives at the Nooksack even cooler, and it's less of an impact to the fish in the river, the biology in the river.
It's just exciting to see how Darigold can take milk and then make a dry product of it, which is going to be powdered milk. And that milk then is supplied to customers throughout the world with an ag product that we grow locally. And a side benefit from that is Lynden gets the water from that dried milk.
It's a cooperative environment, and the more we communicate and work with the city, the better it is for both of us.